Welcome. For today's class, you might like to have some props in order to have a comfortable seat. You might like to use a block or two blocks, or a folded blanket or towel that you could sit on. So we'll begin in a comfortable seat, or if you prefer, you can lie down on your back. If you are seated, you might sit like I am on a block, cross-legged, or you could add a blanket. Or you could also sit on your shin with a block in between the ankles, or two blocks. You want to find a way to sit so that your foundation, your hips are stable, and your spine can be nice and tall. And if you're lying down, also just feel that your spine can be nice and long. And once you establish your seat, you can let your eyes either close or just have a soft gaze through your eyes. And just bring your attention to the air around your body. Notice the temperature, if it feels cool or warm. Notice the feeling of the clothing that you're wearing on your body, how it rests, whether it feels tight or loose. Bring your attention to your breath. And with each inhale, feel you're bringing in the air from around you inside the body, receiving, and with each exhale, letting go and returning air back out into the atmosphere. And just let your attention rest on this cycle of exchange as the air comes in and goes out. And just start to trace the path of your breath down into your body. So as it comes in through the nostrils, follow it down the windpipe into the chest, or perhaps feeling it expand in the belly. And with each exhale, tracing it back up through the torso, up the throat and out the nose, back out. And just continue to follow your breath in your mind's eye. Allow your muscles around the breath to relax and soften, to make some space to bring more air in as your breath gently begins to deepen. Allow your breath to deepen until you feel you're using the full capacity of your lungs, creating a complete exchange of air with every cycle of breath. see if you can maintain this same full, deep flowing breath throughout your whole practice. If you're already in a seated position, you can stay there. If you're lying down, bring yourself on up into a comfortable seat, using any props to support you. Continue to allow your breath to be full, flowing, that complete exchange of air. Full at the top of each inhale, empty at the bottom of each exhale. And we'll begin to move the body along with the breath. So as you inhale, lift the chin slightly to stretch the front of the throat. And as you exhale, tuck the chin down towards the chest. And again, as you inhale, lift the chin without crunching in the back of the neck. And as you exhale, tucking the chin down, lengthen the back of the neck. And one more time, inhaling to lift the chin, and exhaling to tuck the chin. On your next inhale, roll the head to the right, dropping the right ear towards the right shoulder. Keeping the head very heavy. As you exhale, chin towards chest, roll back to center. As you inhale, coming to the other side, left ear towards left shoulder. And as you exhale, back through center. Inhaling over to the right, keeping the head very heavy, minimal effort. Exhaling back, chin towards chest. Inhaling, rolling the head to the left. Exhaling, chin to chest. And one more time to either side. Inhale. And exhale. And last time, inhale to the left. And exhale, chin towards chest. With an inhale, bring the head back up to center. And find a nice tall spine. And take your arms down by your sides. And as you inhale, sweep the arms out and up overhead, maybe looking slightly up, palms touch. And then as you exhale, separating the arms, palms turn down, release. And do that again. You inhale, arms sweep out and up. And exhale, open and release. Matching your movement to your breath. Take one more round here. Inhale. And exhale. Keeping your right hand down onto the floor, take the left arm up and bend over to the right side, leaning into the right hand, stretching across the left side of the body. Keep the left sitting bone pressing down to the floor or props beneath you as the left arm extends up and over, reaching through the top fingertips. Turn the gaze to look down towards the floor and then up towards the sky. And once more, looking back down and back up. With an inhale, pull yourself up to center and exhale over to the other side. Left hand to the floor, right arm extends up and over, and you bend to the left. Turn the gaze to look down, and then up. And once more, looking back down, and back up. With an inhale, pull yourself up to center. Exhale, release, both arms come down. Feel any sensations in your torso, in your lungs, your ribs. And reestablish a full deep breath. Take your arms out to either side, reach away through your fingertips, and then cross the arms in front of you. Bring the right arm underneath the left arm. Grab opposite shoulders. And maybe walk your fingertips back on your shoulders, coming into eagle arms. So make the cross as high up on your arms as you can. And you might stay here with hands on shoulders. If your elbows are crossed, then you can bring the backs of your hands together. If you want to go farther, you can wrap the right hand to the inside of the left wrist or palm. Wherever you are, give the elbows a little lift and soften the shoulders down from the ears. And begin to take the elbows in some circles through space. They might be small, and they might gradually increase in size as your shoulders and shoulder blades begin to warm up. Try to keep your spine still as the shoulders move along the back. Change the direction of your movement. And then come back to center. Unwrap the arms, reach them out to the sides. Turn your palms back, thumbs down, and then bring your hands behind you to your lower back sacrum. Press the palms into the lower back with the fingers pointing down. Draw the elbows towards each other behind you to open the front of the chest. Give a lift to the sternum and maybe look slightly up here. Breathing deeply. And with an exhale, gently release back to a neutral spine. Taking the arms out to the side, reaching away through the fingertips, coming to eagle arms on the other side, crossing in front, the left arm underneath the right. You can start by grabbing opposite shoulders, maybe walking the hands back on the shoulders. And again, maybe you stay here. If your elbows are crossed, maybe take the backs of the hands together, and maybe wrap the left hand to the inside of the right wrist or palm. Wherever you are, give a little lift to the elbows, soften the shoulders, and start to take the elbows in some circles through space. We're just letting the shoulder blades glide along the back here, keeping the spine stable as the arms and shoulders move. Change direction, circle the other way. And come back to center. Unwrap the arms, reach them out to the side, turn the palms back, bending the elbows, bring the hands to the lower back. Fingers pointing down, palms pressing into the sacrum. Draw the elbows towards each other to open the front of the shoulders, the front of the chest, lifting in the sternum and maybe looking slightly up here. Keep the breath as full as you can. And with an exhale, release back to a neutral spine. We'll transition into a tabletop position, coming onto all fours, hands and knees. If your knees look like a little extra padding, you might use your blanket or towel for a little extra support underneath the knees. And begin with some movement of the spine along with the breath, some cats and cows. So as you inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the belly, pull the heart forward, look up. And as you exhale, tuck the tailbone, round the spine, push the floor away with your hands, tuck the chin. And continue like this with your breath. Each inhale arching your spine for cow pose. And each exhale rounding your spine for cat pose. Continue taking a few more cycles here, moving with your own breath. Each inhale opening the front body. And each exhale opening the back body. And returning back into a neutral spine. From your tabletop, extend your right leg straight back behind you. Let the toes curl under and then spin the heel down so the foot comes flat to the floor. Let your left foot kick out to the left side. See if you can create a straight line between your left hand, your left knee, and your right foot. And from there, take the right arm up towards the sky. Reaching away through the top fingertips, start to make some big, slow circles through space with the top arm. If it feels okay for your neck, your gaze can follow your fingertips through space as you circle. Change direction, circle the other way. And then bring the arm back to point up towards the sky. Take a deep inhale and full exhale. As you inhale, lift the right leg up off the floor. Hold here, flexing the foot strongly, pressing out through the heel. Breathing in. And as you exhale, release the foot back down. Take the top arm to rest on the side of the body. And as much as it feels good on the neck, allow your head to just drop towards the left shoulder. Release any sense of holding or tension in the neck. And then take the right hand and bring it back to the floor, coming back into your tabletop position. Take a moment in your tabletop to notice the difference between the two sides of the body. And then coming over to the other side, extending the left leg straight back, curling the toes under, spinning the foot flat to the floor, right foot kicks out to the right, create a straight line between right hand, right knee, and left foot, and take the left arm up towards the sky. And start to make some big, slow circles with the top arm through space. As much as it feels good for the neck, letting the gaze follow the fingertips. Stretching out in all 360 degrees, reaching through the fingertips. Change direction. Keep the breath flowing as smoothly as you can as you circle through space. And then bringing the arm to point up towards the sky. Take a deep breath in. Full breath out. And as you inhale, lift the left leg. Think of bringing it parallel to the floor. Flex the foot strongly. Breathe. And with an exhale, gently release the foot back to the floor. Take the left arm to rest on the side of the body. And if it feels okay on the neck, let your head release, dropping the right ear towards the right shoulder, getting a stretch perhaps into the side, the left side of the neck here. Breathing into the stretch. One more breath. And then bringing the left hand back to the floor and coming back into your tabletop position. From tabletop, let your knees come wide towards the edges of the mat and press your hips back into your heels into a child's pose. Here you can let the hips rest on the heels. If they don't go quite that far, you might place your blanket behind the knees and let that be a little more supportive. Let your forehead rest on the floor, or if it doesn't comfortably reach the floor, you might use a block. In your child's pose, take your right arm and thread it underneath your chest and out to the left side with the back of your hand on the floor and your palm facing up. And reach out through the fingers as far as you can and let your head rest turned to the left side. Coming back to center, bring the right arm out in front, and take the left arm and thread it underneath the chest, palm facing up, turn the head to the right. Coming back into center, walk your hands in back to tabletop position. From here, coming into a puppy stretch, keeping the hips stacked right over the knees, walking the hands forward, keeping the arms extending until the chest starts to lower towards the floor. If the shoulders are feeling tight, the arms can be wider apart, and the elbows can bend. Otherwise, the arms can be straight and closer together, letting the chest come all the way towards the floor. Maybe the chin or the forehead even come to rest on the floor. Feel the fingertips extending forward as the tailbone is pulling back to lengthen and stretchen the spine. And then walk the hands back in towards you, coming back up to your tabletop position. From here, curl your toes under, lift your hips up and back, and then walk your feet up the mat, coming in between your hands into a forward fold. Letting yourself hang over the legs. Your knees can be bent, or your legs might be straight. Release your head, give your head a little shake out, shaking the head yes, shake the head no. Grab your opposite elbows and give yourself a little sway from side to side. And then come back to center and slowly roll your spine all the way up, letting your head be the very last thing to come up. You can have your knees bent as you rise. Coming all the way to stand. Once you arrive in standing, take your shoulders, roll them forwards, up, back, and down, forwards, up, back, and down. And one more time, rolling, and then drawing the shoulders back and down. Seeing that your feet can be hips-width distance apart. And bringing your arms so that your palms face forwards. There's a lift to the chest and reaching up through the crown of the head, standing nice and tall. And then sweep the arms out and up overhead into a wide V position, rotating the palms in towards each other and maybe even slightly back. Taking a few more deep breaths here in our mountain pose. And with an exhale, slowly floating the arms down by the sides. And feeling the sensations in the fingers, the hands, arms, shoulders. Reach the arms out to the sides. We're going to find our eagle arms again. So crossing the right arm underneath the left. And again, either staying here, or here, or here. Wherever you are, give a lift to the elbows, soften the shoulders, and then bend knees as if you're sitting into an invisible chair. The lower you go, the more challenge. See if you can move your knees back in space so the weight is more in your heels. One more breath here. And with your next inhale, coming all the way up, straighten the legs, unravel the arms. Reach them out to the sides, bring the hands to the lower back. Palms press into the sacrum, fingers pointing down. Draw the elbows towards each other. Take a deep inhale, lift in the sternum, and as you exhale, fold forward with a long spine. You might bend your knees as you come down. Hands can slide down the legs, releasing the head towards the floor. With an inhale, lift halfway up to a flat back, lengthen the spine, lift the chest, and as you exhale, fold forward. With an inhale, come all the way up to stand, sweeping the arms out and up overhead. As you exhale, bring the hands in front of the heart. Taking the arms out to either side for eagle arms on the other side, crossing the left arm underneath the right, either staying with hands on shoulders or going farther. Lifting into the elbows, softening the shoulders. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, bend your knees as if sitting into a chair. Keep the elbows and forearms lifting up away from the chest. Keep the breath steady. One more breath here. And on your inhale, straighten the legs, coming up to stand, unravel the arms. Reach out to the sides and bring the palms to the lower back, sacrum. Draw the elbows towards each other, lift into the chest. Take a deep inhale, maybe looking slightly up. And as you exhale, begin to fold forward, letting the hands slide down the legs, release the head. With an inhale, lift halfway up, flat back. As you exhale, fold forward. Planting your hand, bending the knees, release one knee down to the floor behind you, and then the other knee. And swinging your legs around to one side, bring the legs around in front of you. You may choose to use a folded blanket or towel to sit on for a seated forward fold. We'll come to sit with the bottoms of the feet together. If you feel that it's tough to sit upright or sit tall, you could sit right on the edge of a folded blanket to help tilt your pelvis and spine a little more forwards. You can hold on to shins or ankles or feet and just find a nice tall spine. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, begin to fold forward in your torso, reaching your heart over your toes, staying long as much as you can, and then allow yourself to round, releasing the head towards the feet. Slowly begin to bring yourself back on up. Take the knees and close them in together like a book. Lengthening the left leg straight out in front of you. Take the right foot to the outside of the left knee. Hold on to the right knee and lengthen the spine, drawing the knee towards the chest and the chest towards the knee. Take your right hand behind you, keeping your spine nice and tall. Use your right hand like a kickstand to keep you upright. And then start to twist to your right side, feeling the twist come from your waist, and your ribs, your chest, shoulders, and then the neck and the head as you turn to look back over the right shoulder. Each inhale, think of lengthening in the spine. Each exhale, maybe twisting just a little bit deeper. Slowly let yourself unwind, keeping the spine tall, turning back to face forwards. Release the right leg, and bend the left knee, stepping the left foot outside the right knee. Grab a hold of the left knee, lift up tall in the spine, and use the knee as support. Take the left arm behind you, and begin to twist to the left from the waist, the ribs, the chest, the shoulders, then the neck and the head. You can hold on to this knee with the hand. You can use your elbow to hook around the knee, or even to the outside of the knee. Gently unwind, coming back to face forwards. Releasing the legs and coming down to lying on your back for your final relaxation. Take any layers of clothing to keep yourself warm, or maybe use a blanket anywhere underneath you or on top of you to keep yourself comfortable. And as you settle in, let your eyes close. Let your breath return to a natural state of ease. And let the mind return to a natural state of calm. bring your attention back to your breath. Notice the physical sensations of breathing, rise and fall. Feel the exchange as you receive the air from around you and release the air back out into the world. Bring your attention to clothing on your skin and the air around you. Begin to allow your body to make any sort of movements to wake yourself back up, moving through the space around. As you feel ready, you can bend your knees and gently roll yourself off to one side, taking a few breaths to pause once you arrive on your side, maybe using your arm as a pillow. And as you feel ready, transitioning your way on up into a comfortable seat to close our practice. Once you find your seat, join the palms together in front of the heart. Gently bow the head forwards towards your heart. Sending yourself a little thank you for your practice today. Gratitude for taking care of yourself.